for Tucson, live at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Bangura. Danelle Confair has the weekend off. The COVID-19 vaccine continues to make its way into the arms of Arizonans, but some distribution sites say that there's a small problem. People are missing their appointments to get their second shot. So what does this mean for your fight against the virus, and what happens to the unused vaccine? Well, News 4 Tucson's Austin Walker has an answer to these questions.
The U of A state-run pod is giving out the Pfizer vaccine, which is 2 doses. But people are telling News 4 Tucson some are not showing up for that second shot, leaving you with a couple problems. Every car in line at the vaccine drive-thru has an appointment, giving you a day and what time you'll receive your COVID-19 vaccine. And after you get your first dose, you'll book an appointment for your second one.
We encourage everybody, if they've received either the Pfizer or the Moderna, to get their second dose.
Dr. Kara Christ, the Arizona State Health Director, says after people register for their second shot, that's when problems occur.
We're getting a lot of cancellations and no-shows.
She says if you don't get your next dose, it could affect the efficiency of fighting the virus.
We know that 1 dose provides a certain level of coverage. We anticipate it's about 50 to 60% effective. It's not, you don't get that full 95% until you've had your second dose.
Dr. Matt Hines, a Tucson physician, says while 1 dose of Pfizer or Moderna will provide you some protection, we still aren't sure how long it will protect you.
The risk for folks that do not get the second vaccination is that the effect they have from the first shot, which is very robust, it's actually 85% in most people that they've studied, that will potentially wane a lot more rapidly and leave you unprotected at a point in the future, and we don't know when.
Another concern, how mutations like the Brazilian variant and South Africa variant could affect your protection if you only have 1 shot. With all this considered, if you're signed up to get your round 2, the 2 say, don't skip out.
You are not fully immunized unless you get the second dose.
Officials say that appointment will not be wasted. They will call a wait list and the service line to make sure that shot is used. If you do miss your appointment, you are recommended to reschedule at the earliest convenience. We've got you covered from Midtown. I'm Austin Walker, News 4 Tucson.
Now to the latest on the coronavirus numbers in our state. New infections have gone up slightly over the last few days. After reporting over 1,000 new cases 2 days in a row, the state reported just 649 new coronavirus cases on Saturday, dipping below 1,000 once again, while also reporting 7 new deaths. If you want more information about the coronavirus and its impact on our state, you can visit our website at KVOA.com/thecoronavirus. Federal health officials are urging states to put the brakes on reopenings as the country tries to beat back the COVID-19 pandemic that has claimed over 535,000 lives. And as the White House deals with a mass influx of minors crossing over the U.S.-Mexico border, the Biden administration is directing FEMA to help with this humanitarian crisis. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has more.
As at least a dozen states roll back COVID-19 restrictions, a warning from the nation's top infectious disease doctor. The country could see a new surge in cases if it lets its guard down.
That's why I get so anxious when I hear pulling back completely on public health measures, like saying no more masks, no nothing like that. I mean, that is a risky business.
Dr. Fauci even urging former President Trump to encourage his reluctant supporters to get vaccinated. Meanwhile, Democrats are blaming the Trump administration for dismantling the system to deal with a massive increase in unaccompanied minors now crossing the Mexico-U.S. border. FEMA agents have been ordered to the border to help.
What the administration has inherited is a broken system at the border, and they are working to correct that in the children's interest.
But many Republicans blame President Biden for rescinding the deal with Mexico to keep the children and say drug cartels are now taking advantage.
And they play the gaps. They find the gaps. They find the places where they can advance their goals, which is basically to make money, and then by moving people into the United States.
The Biden administration says it will try to place minors with U.S. family members or sponsors until their cases are heard. But adults crossing the border are subject to COVID-19 travel restrictions and will be returned to Mexico. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
President Joe Biden says he wants to see the outcome of an investigation into allegations of sexual harassment by New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. Returning to the White House from a weekend in Delaware, Biden stopped short of asking for the New York governor's resignation.
Do you think Governor Andrew Cuomo should resign? I think the investigation is underway and we should see what it brings us.
This is the first time the president has directly weighed in on the allegations against the New York governor. Biden also told reporters at the White House on Sunday that his virtual summit with leaders of India, Australia, and Japan went very well.
And for right now, I do want to go over these temperatures with you. And one thing that you're going to see all across the area is that it's going to be a little bit chilly out there over the next few hours. So we're going to be dropping down very quickly here in between tonight and early tomorrow morning. And I'm expecting around 41 for a low in Midtown. Now, I do want to point out there's going to be some cooler places, and it's mostly going to be the spots more exposed in the areas that are going to see less cloud cover. So Avra Valley could see 37 for a low, while Star Reed is looking at 38. Vail 37, the east side 36, but I think a lot of us are going to be stopping in the low 40s out there. So when it comes to those high temperatures all across the region, they are going to be warmer. Today, you saw that high temperature around 66 degrees. Tomorrow, I'd probably go ahead and add about 5 degrees or so to that number. So you're going to see a lot of 71, 72s. The spots in the upper 60s are going to be typically higher elevations. But, Mark, we're going to see a whole lot of big changes coming in tomorrow night and maybe even a small chance of rain and snow, and I'll have details on that in just a few minutes.
Hey, all you got to say is a chance of snow, and I'm interested. All right, thank you, Daniel. Well, hey, traffic on I-10 was temporarily stopped today due to a semi-truck catching fire. The semi was partially blocking the Ina Road on-ramp this afternoon. This was shot by News 4 Tucson's Chorus Nylander, who was near the scene earlier today. The entire truck became fully engulfed, according to the Arizona Department of Transportation. Thankfully, no injuries have been reported. Well, the road to Mount Lemmon opened back up this morning and with no restrictions. The Pima County Sheriff's Department originally said that only vehicles with chains, four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive could make it up the mountain, but now all vehicles are allowed to make the trip up. They also advise drivers to be careful of ice after milepost 19, and we will continue to keep you updated on the road's conditions throughout the week. 48 years ago today, former Senator John McCain was freed from a northern Vietnamese prisoner of war camp. McCain spent 5.5 years in captivity, even though he was given opportunities to leave earlier. McCain refused his release until his fellow prisoners were freed as well, sticking to the POW Code of Conduct that says that troops must accept release in the order in which they were captured. Well, a 12-year-old genius has just graduated from high school and been accepted to college. Alina Wicker is set to attend Arizona State University with plans to become a NASA scientist after graduation. As Nyala Charles reports, this is one young girl who really does know how to reach for the stars.
I just had a goal that I wanted to get to.
Ignition, liftoff.
At 12 years old, Elena Wicker is well on her way to achieving her dreams at Arizona State University.
Safely.
The first one on her list, to work for NASA as an engineer.
I always dreamed of being an engineer because throughout my life, I liked building.
Her passion for building started as an infant with Legos.
At 4 years old, she said, "Mommy, I'm going to work for NASA and I'm going to go up there." And she would point to the stars. I'm kind of a nerd for the NASA-sized Legos.
The prodigy finished high school this year, acing all her homeschool classes quickly.
She just had this gifting for numbers and Legos and science. And so I started nurturing that gift.
Something Elena certainly does not get from her mom.
I don't have a passion for science or math.
When to exceed expectations, this 12-year-old genius will be double majoring in astronomical and planetary science and chemistry. If all goes well, she'll be done with college at 16.
I'll be driving in one of those future space mobiles by the time I graduate college.
And off to NASA that same year.
Her goal is to, by 16, be working for NASA.
So while some of us continue to struggle with math, Elena's goal is to build rovers like the one sent to Mars in the Perseverance mission.
I'm just planning it all as I go.
Proving if you put your mind to it, The stars are truly the limit.
It doesn't matter what your age is or what you're planning to do. Go for it, dream, and then accomplish it.
What an awesome story. Well, not so awesome is gas prices continue to soar, rising 25 cents the past 3 weeks. Now, the national average price for a regular gas now sits at $2.89 a gallon. According to the Lundberg survey, the price spike is due to higher crude oil prices in refineries that shut down or reduced operations following extreme cold and power outages last month and surging prices on credits for renewable fuel. The price at the pump has climbed 72 cents since November of last year. Coming up on News 4 Tucson at 10, how a moving letter went viral on LinkedIn. Plus, David Kelly will be breaking down a loaded sports weekend for Arizona, even if they didn't participate in Selection Sunday. Keep it here at News 4 Tucson. We'll be right back.
We've got you covered. This is News 4 Tucson.